What do you think they're doing up there in that big ship thing? Chloe? God, how long do you think that they've been up there now? 2 weeks or 3? Because I disremember. You know what? There's some folks up there gonna know what it's like to actually do time. Halfway anyway. But they still got their swimming pools, right? Ping pong tables. You think they're still swimming around? Well, I bet you somebody's already peed in their pool, huh? Playing ping pong. You know, I used to play ping pong. And you know what? That stuff was so boring. It was so boring that it should be used for sleep aid. Man. You know what? That boat is like the perfect old age home for rich people. I bet you they don't even want to get off. I bet you that they're hitting people with their canes trying to stay on there. Get off me, get off of me. Well, you know what? They should kick their asses off and let on the homeless. Shoot, they'd sleep right there all over those ping pong tables, all over those damn deck chair thingies. You see, my idea is that rich people, they don't care about the poor people because they have never met one. Well, you know what? How many cabins they got on that there boat, huh? Mix and mingle. Ought to mix things up for once. Put one of the homeless folks in each cabin with the rich dude. How many beds do you think they got in each room? 2 doubles, maybe. 2 homeless and 2 rich. Let them stay in quarantine for a month, maybe 2. Oh, hell no. No. 2 rich, 1 homeless, and 1 filmmaker. Oh, yeah. Put that stuff out there. Man, there'd be some changes made there, right? Mix and match, baby. Change, brother. Let it all start right there on that damn cruise ship, see? Because if I knew who to contact to put that stuff out there, then I would... Oh, my God. Okay, wait. There's somebody leaning on the railing. Oh, my God. Okay, wait. Oh. Oh, my God. Wait, they're waving. Okay. Hey! Hey, rich dude! Hey, how you doing? Invite me on, dude. I got 17 years worth of stuff to lay on you, brother. Hey, I'll come over there. You can throw me some steak, okay? Let's get this thing on.
I stole this. I'm trying not to steal everything right now. I'm changed. I am. I just feel a little depressed. And I think to myself, maybe I would feel a little better if I had your ring. Don't worry, I'm washing my hands. Everything's fine. It wasn't even a real diamond anyway. I wonder if she knows. Maybe I should tell her. Look, I'm having a hard time, so just leave me my little vices. You don't need that coat or that leather handbag or that chair. My wardrobe has doubled in size. You can see the people about to say something when they see me in their clothes, and then they don't. Don't want to get too close, maybe. Or maybe they don't need it as much as I do. And I need it all. Give me all your everything. Who knows what tomorrow brings? I was doing really well, too. I was calm. I wasn't stealing things. I had a program. I was sticking to it, too. And then, well, you know, life likes to throw you curveballs, and I was never any good at baseball. I stole home once, but then they asked for it back. Sorry, bad joke. Woohoo! Look, we all lose people. I just want something in return. Like, lots of stuff. And maybe overall it won't make me feel any better, really. But also, it makes me feel a little good at first. But that's the problem, isn't it? Because I hate myself for taking it. But also, look at that. That's pretty. And maybe tomorrow I won't like it as much. But I can always find something else pretty. Look at you. You look like you have all kinds of things. Just don't look away too long because I'm going to take some of those things. Don't say I didn't warn you. Look at how scared you look. Oh, you're hilarious. Relax. You don't need any of those things anyway. I do. I need it all. All of it.
It's me again. The Magnificent Mysterio. Day 4 at sea and they've canceled all public gatherings. You don't know what this means to me. I am a cruise magician. I should be doing magic, but I can't do magic without an audience. 10 minutes ago, I made the Ace of Spades appear in my stateroom's mini-fridge. But was that magic? No. Because no one saw it, except me, and I know how I did it. There was no one to be impressed, no one to be like, ooh, or, oh, or, Mysterio, here's my phone number, I'm in love with you. Which used to happen all the time. I mean, I'm the Magnificent Mysterio. I was so excited to be here. 6 months of cruising around the Caribbean, performing magic for all different types of passengers, from the retirees to the elderly to the grandparents. I never imagined I'd be quarantined in my room with coronavirus. I thought we'd be like every other cruise and just get norovirus. I just made this banana appear in my hand. If anyone were here to see it, they'd be amazed. They'd be awestruck. But I know that I keep this banana inside my sleeve at all times. And when I need to impress someone, I just roll it up into the palm of my hand and present it. That's all it is. No magic, no electricity, just nothing amazing. Just practice, a shuttle pass, and long sleeves. It's got me thinking. If I can't do magic, am I still a magician? Am I still magnificent? Am I still Mysterio? Well, hello, sir or madam. Do you like magic? I want you to think of a card. Any card. Got one? Good. Was this your card? No answer. Can you believe this? When I strolled through the Lido deck doing this for people, they would erupt in applause. Give up. I can't do this anymore. Stop calling me Mysterio. My real name is Ned. I'm single and 28, and I still have student debt from going to theater school. I started doing magic because I had a hard time connecting with people. Magic gave me this persona, this confident alter ego that I could use to face the world. But inside, I was never that confident. I was looking for validation. Boy, it feels good to just be honest like that. Like, this is me, world, warts and all. Wait a second. I think I just made my ego disappear. Well, that's gotta be the most impressive thing I've ever made disappear. And I never even saw it coming. I might be the greatest magician of all time. Oh yeah, I'm back, baby! Mysterio out.
This video is for Tommy. Tommy? Hello? Mrs. Montgomery? Hello, too? I don't know if you're still monitoring Tommy's email, but if you are, hello. This is Eleanor. You know me from childhood and stuff. I'm still on the cruise ship, but we're not moving anymore. And my room smells like potatoes, but that's my fault because I spilled mashed potatoes on the floor. They said they can't spare anyone to come clean it up, which is understandable, but I still wish it didn't smell like potatoes. I don't smell like potatoes, just the room does. So the real reason I'm sending you a video is to tell you that I will obviously not be returning from the boat in time for prom. So we cannot attend prom together. And I wanted to give you permission to ask Jessica to prom. Because it really seems like you want to go with her. Mrs. Montgomery, don't worry. Your son is not a cheater. Tommy and I are not dating. There are no romantic feelings between us. None. Seriously. But yeah, I can't go anymore, and you should still go. And with someone you want to go with, even if that person is Jessica. Jessica is fine, sorta. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. I'll edit that part out. Yes. Go to prom with Jessica. She's great, and you two obviously have the hots for each other. I see you guys together, like, all the time. Especially after band. You two really seem to have connected since you switched to bassoon. But yeah, seriously, she's super nice. We sat next to each other in chem last year and she had a good vibe. Oh my God, funny story, super quick. One time during a test, she totally fell asleep. It was so funny. I've seriously never seen anyone do that before. And like, during a test, at least it wasn't an AP test. She even had like a little bit of drool too. So you can go to prom with Jessica if you want, and I will release you from our prom pact. Oh, Mrs. Montgomery, Tommy and I made a pact in 6th grade when we were both losers that we would go to prom together if we weren't in a relationship with other people. Or in a relationship with each other, which I know you've teased us about before, Mrs. Montgomery. You kind of bring it up a lot. Can you imagine? Barf. I'll edit that. So, prom. I feel like I'm saying prom a lot. Did you ever just say a word a ton and it just completely loses meaning? Prom. Prom. Tommy, prom. Sorry, I guess the boat is getting to me. Boat brain. Anyway, I should be going soon. But real quick, if you don't go to prom with Jessica, or if prom doesn't happen at all, we could do our own prom in my dad's basement or something. Remember when we used to rollerblade down there? We could do that too. But actually, I think he got it carpeted. You know what? I'll talk to him. There's a dance instructor on the boat who's been leading video lessons, and I've been following along and learning. I've got the eye of the tiger, fighter, dancing through the fire, 'cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. So there's that. Think about it. No pressure, just think about it. I think it could be a fun thing to do when I get out of my potato room and off the boat. Just let me know, buddy old pal. Bye, Tommy. And bye, Mrs. Montgomery. Bye, Tommy. Sorry, I already... I'm gonna start over. 3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone. Miss me back home? Miss you? Hardly recognize you. I know, the sea's been rough on me. My eyes have gotten all googly. I sprouted fuzz. I seem to be made primarily of textiles. You wouldn't think life on the ocean would turn a person to textiles, but look at me. I'm your dirty laundry nightmares. I'm your laundry come to life. Hey, who's behind me? I'm your handler. Get it? I'm your handler? Yeah, you're a comedic genius. Do you mind? I was trying to tell the folks back home about my transformation. Nice. You know, becoming single has been the greatest thing to ever happen to you. If you were still a pair, I'd be wearing you. If you were a pair of socks, you'd be on my feet. Get it? You know, you should really laugh at my jokes because I own you. I literally bought you to wear. I can do whatever I want with you. I can throw you out of this porthole. No, you can't. It won't open. It won't open? Seriously? You know that. You know everything I do. Yeah, I do. Oh, don't be sad. I'm your laundry. Oh, come alive. You know, that's a nice bit. I really appreciate that. But we're trapped. Well, not forever. It feels like forever. I'm a talking sock. Yeah, and I'm talking to a sock. Yeah, well, who else do you got? Makes complete sense to me. What if we're trapped here forever? What if they never let us leave? Well, viruses have lifespans too. We just gotta outlast the virus. Make sure we do our push-ups. You look ridiculous. This was supposed to be a fun cruise. I was supposed to meet some new people. People I wouldn't be able to run away from. Because I have this problem where I meet someone I want to get to know better, and it's like I can't say one thing to them. Like, I know I'm just gonna make an idiot out of myself, and I just clam up. Clam. But I thought, maybe if I saw the same new people every day, and they couldn't run away from me any more than I could from them, then maybe I could relax. Maybe I could, you know, not worry so much about first impressions or even second impressions, and maybe I wouldn't be such an awkward kook. You, an awkward kook? But now I'm trapped here in this room with my awkward kook self, and don't tell me to make lemonade out of these lemons because there are no lemons. There's no redeeming fruit in all of this at all. I agree. I guess. We just gotta keep going. Rolling with the punches. Rolling with the waves. Feel them? Feel the waves. Beneath us? Rolling. They just keep going, don't they? Yeah.
I never realized how small these staterooms are. I can just turn around without bumping into the bed, and the toilet doubles as a shower. Which is a good thing, because we ran out of TP days ago. I don't even know what time it is anymore. I used to have this intense, pressing OCD need to know the time all the time because of my Apple Watch, but I threw it out the porthole, and it got eaten by a shark. There are a lot of sharks out there. Sharks keep circling. It's like they know we don't have long. Someone said they're nurse sharks and that even when their stomachs are empty, nurse sharks are harmless, but I don't know who to believe anymore. The tour group from Idaho took the mouse hostage yesterday. The costume, not the kid who plays it. At least I hope they let the kid go. Because I think they're planning on burning the mouse in effigy. I'm sure they're going to set the ship on fire, but we're surrounded by water, so we'll be all right, right? I'm spending my time meditating. There's no TV, and I already read all the People magazines I stole from the store, so I feel a little bad that I cut them out with cuticle scissors and pasted them on the wall with toothpaste. These are my friends now. Meghan Markle, Billie Eilish, that one serial killer, Cher. I feel really close to them. I wrote them a song last night after I ate old mushroom pizza and I got high off of food poisoning. It's a tragedy not to have an exit strategy. Just a menagerie of People magazine celebrities. No one ever let me sing before. Probably a good thing. Oh. It's happening. The nightly wilding. See, I'm sheltering in place, but the group from Idaho, they went feral, fast. They got finger paints out of the daycare, they got down to their skivvies, they painted each other wild colors, then got on the captain's table on the sun deck and danced. From the howling, I think they just discovered that finger paint doesn't have any SPF in it. I'd give them my prescription kind, but it's expired. It made me look like I was wearing vanilla frosting, so I never used it. Maybe I'll leave it out for those crazy Idahoans. Maybe if I do that, they won't make me walk the plank like they did to the group from Florida.
Hey, have you seen my watch? It's one of those fitness ones that counts your steps. It's real chunky, bright blue band, and I know what you're gonna say. It's probably in my room somewhere. And I mean, it has to be in my room somewhere, right? Doesn't it? I mean, not like we've been ashore recently. But the wristband gets a little itchy sometimes, so I take it off places, and I do like to walk around the ship. I'm back home. I like to run. I'm actually training for a marathon. half marathon. Canceled now. But did you know you can't run here? Like anywhere on the boat. You can't run. It's like you can't run on boats. It's like a law or something. And the staff or the captain or whoever says it's okay to walk around, as long as you don't touch, as long as you don't interact with anybody or anything, 6 feet apart, right? But most people too afraid to go out of their cabins, so I just walk around wherever and it's fine. You know how most people only do 10,000 steps? You know how many I do? 20. 20,000 every single day. And you know when the last time I missed was? 4 years ago. I can actually tell you the exact day, the exact number of days. I have this app that keeps track of it, and it's it says 1,499 days. That's my streak. If I don't find my watch, it's gonna break. It's gonna break. If I know 1,500's just a number, but it's 1,500, and if I don't find my watch, it won't count my steps, because there's no other way to put your steps in there. And if it doesn't count my steps, I won't get my streak. And if I don't get my streak, then what am I doing out there? Just wandering around? What am I? The official cruise ship ghost? Haunting the halls like some third-rate Harry Potter character? I'm sorry. It's just the streak, you know? This ship does feel haunted sometimes. Do you ever feel that? Like I'll be walking on the deck and I hear these voices. People below me with balconies just talking or crying, sometimes singing, but I don't see them. I can't clearly make out what they're saying or why they're crying. This ship is spooky. This situation. The situation is spooky. It's very first act of a zombie movie, and I don't like zombie movies. I know it's my watch, my streak, my 20,000 steps. I know it's dumb, but it's normal, and I need normal. I need my watch. It's chunky and blue.
But you don't understand. I'm not one of them. One of the, the unwashed, uncared for, the weak of immune system and overall gross. The unlimited buffet hogs, what's not to understand? I'm going to be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I got every vaccine on time. I go to the doctor once a year on precisely the same day for an annual checkup. I eat an apple a day, slurp clear broth once a week, and squeeze my own oranges for juice in the morning. I exercise 3 times a week using a regime personally tailored to my body's unique needs by a trainer from the School of Physical Perfection at an Ivy League university. So this quarantine, it is just ridiculous. It's not meant for people like me, people who take health seriously with a capital S, people who treat their bodies with care and overcare, too much care. I probably care too much about my body, think too much about and the point is, I don't belong here. I'm not a quarantine type of person. I'm above the need for a quarantine. And I was not stealing anything. Those little rubber escape boats, those are for everyone, for general use. Like a water fountain at a public park. I mean, but of course, I would never actually use a water fountain from a public park because germs. And who knows if that water's been sterilized appropriately? No. I drink the best. Perrier all the way, baby. None of that LaCroix knockoff water, that Brita filter stuff. Perrier all the way, all the time, all the how, all the... Oh, that? Oh, that was nothing. That was an aberration. Just a small... Oh, no coffee. It was just something stuck in my throat. Probably the remains of a raw carrot. I eat my veggies raw to preserve the vitamins and health and benefits of... Well, as I was saying, any chance there's an extra bed at the nurse's office?
Those were Flintstone vitamins. Really. And they were expired, but you can't tell the difference. Why am I taking vitamins at the end of the world? Because they're multi-purpose, many unknown purposes. And I may need their magical properties on the other side, like the coins the ancient Greeks would place on the eyes of the dead so they could pay the fairy Tillman to cross the river. Sticks. Coins on the eyes of the dead. It's grim, but I like it because it's a plan. Plans are good. It's like the ancient Egyptians mummifying their dead so their bodies would be preserved for the next world. That's really smart. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. Except instead of the cloth, I'm going to be using the rarest and most valuable commodity in our society. TP. The chosen paper of the porcelain gods. Consider this my last message. My last dialogue with the world. Although for a dialogue you need more than one person. And it's just me here. So, I don't know what you call this. A monologue? No, that doesn't seem right. Someone's receiving this, right? There's someone out there, right? I know you can't respond. But I know you're there. And that's comforting on some level. Yeah, totally comforting. At the very least, someone will receive this recording and know I exist. A digital time capsule, if you will. But what else? What's left to say? I sent a message to every single person in my contacts. I sent a very simple message. Thank you. Nothing specific, just thank you. Most people were confused. Some didn't respond, understandable. Others took it as an opportunity to engage. But a lot of people got it. They responded with, "I love you too." Thanking people is important. It may be the most important thing we can do. It might be the only thing we leave behind. A simple gesture of kindness and gratitude. So to anyone who finds this, thank you. And if you need a wipe, feel free to unwrap me. Now it's time to disappear. Completely. Time to say goodbye. See you on the other side of the river. I am gone.
Hey, Mrs. Anderson. I got a note that you wanted to see me. Oh, is that? Okay, so right. Listen, I know that I've strayed a little from the approved towel sculpture list. I took a little creative license and no, you're absolutely right. It was out of line but in my defense, it wasn't supposed to be seen by any actual passengers. See, normally Maggie comes in after I change the linens and vacuums, and we have this little joke where I make a towel sculpture that is not regulation, and she comes in and makes it more appropriate, and we have a big laugh about it later. But I guess either she didn't notice, or maybe she's mad at me or wants to get me in trouble. But in any case, it was a joke. Please, it was never meant to be taken that way. Okay, no, I mean, yes, it is. It is a towel rabbit hanging itself with a passenger's belt. That's definitely what it is. Like, I've got to just own that one. Of course, I know suicide isn't something to joke about. And I can see how from your perspective, from the perspective of the passenger that came back from dinner to find sorry? Passenger and their kids? Yikes. Okay, man, what a day for Maggie to decide to knock off early, that slacker. She's the one who should be in here, right? I mean, okay, yes, I'm definitely the one who should be in here. I'm not saying that I shouldn't, but if you saw some of the things that she spelled out in dirty socks on people's beds, no, you're right. That's not the point. Look, this suicidal towel bunny is not indicative of the type of employee that I am. I swear I'm very dedicated to this job. Do you have any idea how long it took me to get the belt to even stay around its little neck? Right, sorry. All I'm saying is that we've all been under an extraordinary amount of stress lately. I mean, you said as much at the team meeting yesterday. And now that it's come out that we'll be under quarantine for another month with no relief, no days off, no breaks, and these passengers just keep demanding more and more insane. Did you know that everyone in cabin 2211 insists a staff member sings Macarena while they wash their hands? Yes, with the dance. That they say it's not the same without the... The point is that it's insane, and we can't ever get away. And today I felt like if I had to fold another towel, frog, or swan, I was going to literally lose my mind. Sorry. Everyone is on edge right now. People are scared. And when people get scared, they do stupid, thoughtless things like fold towels into inappropriate shapes. So, I'm very sorry, Mrs. Anderson. And I can see by your face that you are clearly under an extraordinary amount of strain yourself. Have you tried folding some towels? I could show you how to make a monkey. Okay, no, I'll see myself out.
So, I'm a kleptomaniac, like a for real one. Not like, I stole a pen one time from Sandy's desk, LOL, I'm such a klepto. Nope, I have a legit diagnosis and everything. I steal stuff, it's just sort of what I do. Why? I have no idea. It's not because I get any sort of rush from it or because I can't afford what I'm stealing. It's just because I want to. No, scratch that. Because I need to. So yeah. My therapist was not super excited for me to go on this cruise, but I was like, whatever, man, what do you know about my life? And he was like, literally everything. And I was like, good point. But I decided to go on this cruise anyways because I thought I could handle it. And then the first night I was here, I stole 13 forks, 3 spoons, a bottle of sunscreen, and this crummy watch that's either super expensive or it's from Walmart. I don't know, and I don't really care. Did it make me feel better? Nope. Stop asking dumb questions. You're clearly missing the entire point of mental health. And then we heard about the quarantine, like the announcement over the loudspeakers. The meeting we all had to go to, it was so weird. We were hearing about this super contagious disease while we were all packed in together like sardines. Dumb. I stole a magazine out of some lady's purse while she was talking to her husband about their kids. I guess they have like 4 and they were worried about them. And I guess I thought it wasn't a big deal until we all got masks and gloves. And we all had to stay in our rooms. And people were like crying and calling their families and stuff. And I was just like, well, crap. And I opened my dresser drawer and saw all this stolen junk I had, and I was like, what are you doing? And so I texted my therapist and I was like, I'm in a weird situation, I'm gonna return stuff to people. And he was like, that's really good, Alex. And I was like, I don't know. For a moment I felt this sense of relief because I steal stuff as a compulsion and it never makes me feel any better, but the prospect of returning it made me feel, I don't know. Happy's not the right word. Calm is better. And I never feel calm. So I returned everything. But nobody knows I did it. So I reverse stole it, and probably nobody cares, but I do. And if I can make things a little better by returning all this random junk, then I did something good. Maybe. I don't know. I have to text my therapist about this. Provided I don't have the coronavirus and keel over and die in the next 3 minutes. I'm just kidding. Except not. I'm not kidding at all. So, yeah.
Hey Janie, it's Josh, just calling you back after our last convo. Because I figured you wanted an answer, so yeah. Sorry, that was awkward. I'm just, and just so you know, I'm still fine, healthy, not infected. Hopefully they'll let us off the ship in the next week. That's the rumor anyway, but who knows? And you were right. Cruises are terrible. I'm having a terrible time, and now I understand why you didn't want to come, because you could be held on one for weeks. No end in sight during a pandemic, which is terrifying. So, I feel like I should address the elephant in the room, the reason why I'm calling. Because I feel like you're waiting for an answer, so here we go. The answer is, I think so. And I know that's not romantic. I know that when someone proposes to you, you're supposed to be like, yes, or, yes, 1,000 times yes. And I know that we've been dating for 10 years, and this has been on your mind, our minds, for a while. And I know that in some ways now would be a great time to get married. It's the end of the world. Why not? And if we have to be isolated, we should do it together as a unified front. Love is a battlefield, and I will always love you, etc. These are all great reasons to get married now. And I do love you. I want you to know that. I just want to explain why I hesitated, or why I needed a day before I could answer you. So I'll try to explain. Okay, first of all, this isn't really the end of the world. It's just a very hard time, and no one should do anything too rash just because the world is scary and different right now. It's like if you told me you always wanted to go skydiving and you felt like you had to do it right now because you weren't sure if the world would be around in a year, well, I'd advise against that. Because, who's flying you? How well trained is your pilot? Are they even testing parachutes properly right now? And furthermore, what if your skydiving instructor has COVID? Because in all likelihood, you would be strapped together way closer than 6 feet apart. And I read a tweet that said there was an aviation school in Alabama where everyone was infected. So, okay. So if you told me I want to go skydiving, I would say no. Because I did the research and I know the risks. And, with the question you asked me, should we get married? I feel like that question deserves, research and thought. And I realize that comparison doesn't really work. I mean, they both require a leap of faith, one literal, one a metaphor. They both require a parachute? Well, I guess marriage doesn't really require a parachute. Never mind. I'm just scared. I'm scared right now. I'm more scared than I've ever been. I know that marrying you should have been a no-brainer, but I'm letting fear control me right now. And I'm trying not to let it, but I am sometimes, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm sorry that I didn't just say yes. The answer is yes. I'll marry you. I love you. As soon as I get back, let's find an online minister and we... Oh, you're calling me. Okay, never mind. Hello.
Hey, I don't mean to put more pressure on you. I know you're stressed and that you tend to think and overthink when you're stressed. And this is obviously a really stressful time. So I'm sorry for putting this on you. And if you want more time.
The answer is yes. I do. Of course I do.
Oh. You seem so sure of yourself. I expected a long explanation, hand wringing.
Not this time. I love you, Janie. Let's get married.
Okay, well, great. I love you too.
Hey, I left you a message. Would you mind deleting it?
Never would you believe you'd ever hear the words I'm about to say to you, but it's so easy to say them now that I can't actually see you. I wonder why. Anyway, since I can't talk to you right now, that means I'll have to try to telepathically send you what I'm feeling and hope that mother-daughter connection comes through. Not that we're usually connected. I've been too busy for that. Too distracted with things that I thought were more important. Too selfish. But whenever I needed you, you've always been there. So here goes my best try. The day I departed for this cruise, I pushed the pause button and escaped from my captives, my AP courses, finishing my senior year when everyone should know we've all checked out by spring break. And you. And I was looking forward to freedom. So why is it these things I was so happy to temporarily leave behind are the things that I want the most right now. And I'm now held captive on a ship with a lot of people I don't know. So here are those words, Mama, and I hope you can feel them. What I want is you. I want to be home. I'd gladly accept you kicking me out of the kitchen because I'm in the way more than I'm helping. And I would give you a personal invitation to embarrass me by joining in with my friends like you usually do when we start to spontaneously sing and dance, to our favorite songs. I want to laugh with you, even though what you think is funny is actually corny. Like when you told me about the ever-pretentious Mrs. Groff trying to introduce Mr. Peabody, a guest pianist who was about to play for a crowd in church, but instead she said, "And now Mr. Playbody will pee for us." I was too cool to laugh with you, but then you started laughing, and I couldn't hold back as much as I tried. I miss your laugh. When I get home, I want you to repeat every annoying cliche you ever told me because they're all replaying in my head right now. Worrying will never change the outcome. Put your positive pants on. Will this matter a year from now? I never admitted it, but I kind of like those cliches. I even found myself repeating them to my friends. But for some reason, I can't tell you that. Sometimes when I want to say the right thing, I don't. There's just this stubborn thing inside me that I just can't always say what I mean. But right now, while you're not here, I want to say this, and I hope wherever you are, you can feel it. I'm sorry I never told you just how proud I am to have you as my mother. I love you.
Devon, are you there? Don't make me yell. I'm not supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be quarantined in my stateroom. I'm ready to jump. I was a championship diver, third in Moore, Minnesota League. There were 4 of us. But I can do this, so just swim by and I'll catch you and I'll hold on and I will feed you fish for the rest of your life. Or rather the rest of my life, because you're a god and will live forever, and unfortunately, I won't. Pamela? I saw you in the tiny window. I saw you swim by. You and a bunch of your dolphin friends. It's called a pod, right? Flock of dolphins is called a dolphin pod. Well, I am on this pod. See? This humongous pod. They call it a cruise ship, but it's more like a virus ship, and I'd rather not be here any longer. Come on. Come on, you're sworn to protect anyone who's on a sea's journey. And I need protecting! You can at least be impressed with my knowledge of mythology and which god to seek. I bet you thought you were forgotten. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I think you're hot. Not just cute. Like smoking hot. Like you could be one of those fireman pounders, you know? If you come closer, I can tell you more secrets. Fine. Betray everything you stand for. If I get left here to die, I will badmouth you all over social media. Fake god, imposter. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm just scared and I really need you to come get me so I can get off this death ship. I hear the crew. Pamon? Come up for air, Pamon. I think I see you. Yes, I see you. Ready or not.
This started out as a vacation. The first one, since the twins were born. They're 4 now, so you can imagine. It was the getaway we were longing for, and now we can't get away from it. Having twins was a test for our marriage, but now, lock yourself in a cruise ship cabin with your spouse for longer than expected and no access to the tiki bar. That's a test. We FaceTime the kids every day. My mother has them, thank God. Imagine we had hired someone to watch them. Still, a long weekend is one thing. 14 days? That's a whole other thing. My mother is 68, and 4-year-olds are so much work. They wake up in the middle of the night to go potty, or because of a bad dream, or they just want to snuggle next to you. And I just miss my babies. Oh, I'm going crazy. No, I am crazy. They don't understand why we aren't back yet. Explain quarantine to a pair of 4-year-olds. Explain a virus. Or why we have to stay on this boat and not get off. Or that That we aren't sick but can't get off, and that we might have it, but don't worry, we don't have it. When we FaceTime, the kids cry. And I cry. My husband cries. My mother cries. And then my poor mother is left with them crying. She has to answer all their questions at bedtime. She has to tell them, we don't know when Mommy and Daddy are coming home, and then deal with the fallout. She tells me not to worry, that we're going to get through this, that I need to stay strong, that the kids are all right. My mom is still being my mom and a grandma. I feel like I can't breathe. The virus is making me feel this way, and I don't even have it. I don't think.
No, I didn't. I swear I didn't. Yes, you're right. I had no right to touch your possessions. You know, I get that. Please don't. You don't need to call anyone, the captain or the purser or whoever. I can explain. Take a second to look in your purse. Please. Yeah, see? It's your wallet with all your money in it. Credit cards, identification, yeah, everything is there. No, no, I get how you're confused. Yes, I know you've been looking for it. I know because I took it. I stole your wallet out of your purse 3 days ago. And you didn't know it was me because I'm decent at my job. And people on cruise ships are pretty easy pickings, so. Crazy. The first time I get caught, just now, I was actually trying to give your stuff back. Yeah, I get it. You have to call somebody. I mean, I won't try to run because where am I going to go? And just for the record, I'm sorry. I know it really put a black mark on your vacation when I stole it. I'm sure the theft, along with the quarantine, made this a really bad trip for you. Like I said, sorry. Why? To tell you the truth, it's a living. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but it puts bread on the table, so. And like I said, people on cruise ships. Oh, you mean, why was I trying to give it back? That's a tougher question. I hadn't planned on it. Not before the quarantine. I mean, I've got sort of a system I've developed. Contacts at the ports, ways to fence stuff so it doesn't hang around for too long. I mean, it's a business, sad as it sounds, but that doesn't answer you. Look, why don't you just call somebody? We do not need to stretch this thing out. No, I do not have any stuff on me anymore. You were the last one. I snuck everything else back. It was because I started to feel like it, you know, I couldn't keep taking stuff. I couldn't unload it. The quarantine made me stop and sit and look around. People are scared. You can see it in their eyes. This unseen thing, this virus. I mean, people don't know if it's going to get them or if it already has. I mean, people thought they were coming to someplace sunny, you know, carefree, safe. And now, all of a sudden, this thing just snuck up on them. I couldn't shake feeling like, look, I steal things for a living. I used to. I figured out a way to be all right with that. I mean, other people had more than me. They didn't need what I was taking from them. I mean, I made it right in my head. But with this whole quarantine thing, actually having the time to sit and look at people, I started feeling like I couldn't stop feeling like I was a sickness myself, so. And I couldn't live with that. You're not going to call? No, I deserve it. Are you sure? All right. No, I will. Goodbye. Thanks. I will. I'll keep my hands clean. Oh, shoot.
Hi, friends, fans, family far and wide. When Grandma Marilyn first asked me, "Do you want to go on a cruise?" I thought of shrimp buffets. I thought of all-you-can-drink virgin pina coladas. I thought of a pool slide with 16 loops. I thought of that scene from Troop Beverly Hills where they're eating caviar on the yacht. Or that scene from 30 Rock where Tracy steals someone else's luxury liner and they throw a party and they all get kicked off by the cops. In a less obscure reference, I thought of The Love Boat, which coincidentally I used to watch as a small child with Grandma Marilyn while we ate Italian ices and dreamed of the day that they'd be free with our purple wristbands on board our dream cruise heaven. The Duchess Almond Ruby, where I'm currently recording this SOS message to all of you. Because, friends, fans, family, far and wide, I'm here to tell you the shrimp is still a little frozen. The pool slide, it gives me motion sickness, and the pina coladas, oh, the pina coladas, they taste like somebody punished plastic by mixing it with cotton candy and shame. You don't want that drink. You don't want it. You do not want that drink. It is, it's an abomination. It is worse than the musical episode of Grey's Anatomy, which I pretend to hate but secretly watch at least once a month. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, they told us that we couldn't leave the boat. We're quarantined. For our safety. So at first, I'm thinking, more time to read, to sit and think about life, to work on my comic book, maybe imagine my own amusement park, get to the memoir that I've been meaning to write since the first grade. It was a simpler time. Then, friends, fans, family, far and wide, I'm here to tell you Grandma Marilyn ran out of her special perfume. You know, the one that makes her smell like warm cookies and fresh flowers and just that hint of muskiness from one mothball in a perfect cedar closet. Now, friends, now, fans, now, family far and wide, she just smells like herself. So this quarantine for my safety feels like an out of the frying pan into the fryer situation. What about the safety of my nose? My dear sweet nasal passages that have experienced so much in their short life, what about them? Because Grandma Marilyn, she just smells like an actual 96-year-old lady. Which smells like, honestly, which smells... Grandma Marilyn, how are you? I've missed you.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Mr. Biedermeier, and I'm here to give you an update on our big class trip. Now, as you know, our class cruise to the Grand Tucky Basin was supposed to happen in 6 days, and though the authorities have canceled classes this week, I'm here to tell you not to worry, because that's this week. And I've just heard that there are no traces of the virus in Grand Tucky. So pack your things, okay? Because this trip will most definitely happen. All right, everybody. I'll see you next week. Hello, everybody. It's me, Mr. Biedermeier. Well, most of you probably heard by now that they have canceled school for the next month, the authorities. And that includes class trips. Yeah, I know. This is really hard. I mean, a lot of you have been waiting for this trip all year. There's got to be something we can do. I mean, come heck or high water, we're still going to have the best class trip ever. Okay? Stay strong, everyone. I'll see you soon. Ahoy, mateys! It's me, Captain Biedermeier, and I got great news. The class cruise is happening right now. Look, now I know we can't leave our houses, but thanks to the magic of the internet, we can have our own virtual cruise. Here's our ship. She's a beaut, isn't she? And look at all the worldly and interesting passengers that are on the cruise with us. Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Paus, and I come from a nation with different customs than yours. Wow, Mr. Paus, we just love your accent. Oh my goodness! There it is, everybody! The beautiful Grand Tucky Basin. Wow, the basin is even more beautiful in person. Hey everyone, let's get a selfie. Come on, gather around. Boy, am I tired. Let's all turn in for the night. Thanks for making this the best class trip ever. I'll see you later. Well, everybody, I hope you're doing okay. Ever since our virtual ship was quarantined. Apparently, Mr. Paws was infected with the virus. So, just to be safe, I rounded up all the other passengers and I set them on fire. Look, I know this is hard, but we're Americans, damn it. And we're going to be just fine. Before you know it, everything will all be back to normal again. I'll see you soon, amigos. Do you feel that beautiful ocean breeze? Listen to those exotic walruses. Oh, smell that salty seawater. Oh my God! It's President Abraham Lincoln. Oh, it's an honor, Mr. President. Huh? Hey, everybody! President says it's okay if we all go for a swim! Wow! Oh, oh. Hey, everybody! Come on in, the water's just fine! Everything's just fine! This is the best class trip ever! Hey, everyone. You know, I always wanted never mind. See ya.
I'm stuck on a cloud.